I made a park in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 with queue lines so long, it takes guests more than a week to get to the rides. Look at this ride. Anyone who has ever gone to a real theme park knows that in order to get on anything remotely cool looking or thrilling, you stand in line for at least an hour and a half, unless you're willing to dish out over $100 just to buy a pass that puts you in a separate line. And even then, so many people buy that pass that sometimes it's not even worth it to get because you end up waiting in line anyways. The point is, the ride is good, but it could be better. You know, maybe a little something like this. As my trial world in roller coaster, I decided to build a road down to it just so I could actually test how long it would take a guest to make it from the start of the queue line all the way to the end. The first guy who wanted to get on the ride was actually so excited. He was birthed right at the entrance of the queue. Pink shirt guy started his journey April 5th. I sped this clip up 19 times to keep it at a reasonable length, but he still took 12 days to get to the end and finished on April 17th. Now that I had ensured my guests would suffer get the required amount of steps for a healthy human lifestyle, it was time to begin work on the real deal. Extreme heights has always been one of my favorite scenarios. You have unlimited money, and with the way I'm about to violate the free will of my park guests, I'll need all the funds I can get. But first, we're gonna have to switch this up. Much better. Before I start anything though, I'm gonna bulldoze every square inch of the map, since it's a lot easier to put paths down on flat ground. I think I'm gonna start over here in this section just because there's already a staircase and I'm not gonna have to do that part. I want my first ride to be something a little on the smaller side just so I can get a feel for what the rest of the park is gonna look like. Like this. I thought it fit perfectly right in this little corner, so that's where I decided to place it down forever. The good thing about rides like this is that they don't have the entrance and exit paths already built, so that's something I get to do. The exit path is pretty easy, it's just a straight shot from the one that's already built. The fun part comes here, when I get to build the queue line for the ride. How this dude got in here? I don't even know. I mean, the ride isn't even open yet. I think this is already looking great. It's time to open it up for business. Unfortunately for me, I don't want my park to get shut down. My customers still have to eat, shit, and drink somewhere, so I have to put down some food and toilet stalls so these people don't tank my rating and my park gets shut down. You might be thinking that I have some sort of really intricate plan on how I'm gonna make all this work, except I don't, because fun fact, I don't know how to play this game. I just kind of put stuff down where I think it'll work, which is exactly what I'm going to do for my second ride. Now that I've finished with this beautiful and structurally sound exit path, I can get started on the important thing, the queue line. Clearly my very reasonable park guests want to walk through all this, so it's time to open it up. Oh, look, there already goes one. Does it fit in? Oh, it fits in the middle of the track. Okay, I have a vision. Exit path is done, and so is the queue, so I'm gonna open it up. Clearly my guests are complaining about the lack of drink and food stalls, so I'm gonna add more of those. At this point I realized that my drop ride was going, but there wasn't anybody actually walking through the queue, which was a little suspicious. I'd connected the queue line wrong at some point while I was building it, so I decided the best choice would be to close the ride. The thing is, to get a better look at what had happened to my queue, I deleted the exit path to the purple ride, meaning that there was now a ball of very angry guests with nowhere to go, and that was really bad for my park rating, because by the time I let them go, probably half my park was waiting in that little area. So I got to work on bringing it back up. I built a quick food and drink area as a last resort to try and get my rating back over the requirement to keep my park open. Surprisingly, it actually worked. I thought it would be a good idea to hire a couple extra workers as well to make sure that stuff would stay running properly and help raise my rating back to a level where I felt like I wasn't one upset guest away from losing all the work I just done. Going up 850? Okay, you know, that's fine. Finally, now that I had averted the crisis of almost having my park shut down, I was able to continue and put down more rides. This is one of the rides that I like how it looks the most. This one, as a kid, it just looks so fun. With another queue line done, all that's left is to connect it to the main path and open up the ride. Personally, I feel like my guests are, oh my god, who is on the verge of throwing up? I feel very sick. Where are you? Get out of my park. That's right, Mr. Police Officer. You keep that line moving. They make their own problems. They say, I've been queuing forever. I've been queuing forever. I've been queuing forever. But you know what? They're stopping. They stop right, and the who is throwing garbage on my line. I didn't even know they could do that. Put another bathroom, because these people always freaking complain. And another one of these. Because why is your rating for Thrill 9 when you can't even handle the ride? You know what? I might as well just hire 50. 50 is more than enough. Keep my park clean, please. That's all I care about. These look cool. I'm gonna put this one down because it just looks really cool. Oh yeah, this will work fine. One thing I wasn't expecting is the amount of brain power I'm having to use to make all these end up as a somewhat nice looking square or rectangle angle because I never planned it out in advance. Somehow it's working though. I'm not gonna complain. Open it up. Oh, I've always loved the design of this one right here, Glowworm. It's just so pretty. And actually that's perfect because that matches up right here. And then I can just make this entire space in here a queue line. I think I'm gonna let them in that easily. Hell no. This queue line's done, except there's just one problem. There's kind of a big hole in the middle of it, so I'm gonna get rid of it with this funky fountain. Nobody could ever tell the difference now. I just checked on this ride and everybody's saying that they need to go on something more thrilling. I don't know, this one looks really cool. Let's get the public opinion here of Trevor. I want to go on something more thrilling than Neptune's not. Bro, you're literally looking at it. Now you're just gonna walk away and not ride it? Oh, you know what? No. You get to walk the entire queue line. Start walking. I think another ride right here would actually look really good. What other roller coasters do I have? Mine Train. Ooh. Calamity Mine. This one looks kind of cool. Does it fit? Oh, it fit for a minute. I think it would be cool here because this goes over this other queue line. Even though nobody freaking wants to get on this other roller coaster, I might have to delete this one. They're complaining about the length of the queues. Yeah, you better be. It's not realistic if they're not complaining. The ride exit is done though. Open the thing. How has that not been fixed? I only have 4 mechanics. Okay. I guess I'll do the same thing I did with my handyman and just go ahead and hire 50. Is 50 mechanics enough? I sure hope so. You people better get on this ride. I'm already having to demolish that one. I don't want to demolish this one. It looks really cool. Oh, perfect. Somebody's on it. That gives me hope. Something else I want to do is I'm going to join this path here over to the back of this one. Oh my god, I closed it. I closed it. No, I'm so sorry. Oh, I think that's the one and only time I felt bad for the people having to walk this far. Okay, ignoring that tragic event, let's get an overhead view real quick. And I left that there's just one random fountain right here. You know what? That gives me hope. I'm gonna leave this open because I was gonna delete it. Jake T, you've given me hope. People are lining up for this. That's great. And they are using the pathway. Awesome. Yeah, no wonder you people have been queuing forever. Look at the length of the line here. I think this section of the park is really well done. I'm gonna finally start on the construction over here on the left side. I think I'm gonna start by putting this coaster down right here. It just looks cool. Plus, it's a really big one, so hopefully people stop lining up and filling this entire thing. And then I'm gonna make a food area here.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
I didn't make a montage of this one because it was just way too big, so you just get to see the end. I'm just gonna join this path here to this path here because I mean this burger bar is already here and I'm too lazy to get rid of it. So I finished connecting the path, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up the ride now. And I guess I'll build another path coming out over here, joining it to, I don't know, I guess I'll just join it over here. Give them walking options everywhere. They just need help getting from place to place. Speaking of, I'm actually gonna make another path that connects the very entrance of the park down to this burger bar so that they don't just have to go underground. With those two things done, I'm gonna start working on the food area that I was talking about earlier, just so that they also don't have to get all their food from the right. They can come over to this side and get food too. Oh yeah, I can tell that people are finding out about this roller coaster now. This one is gonna look just like this one over here. I guess I can put a tiny ride over here. Done. How are you here? How did you get here? Whatever, I don't really care. I think though I'm gonna drop another fountain because this queue also has a hole and I think it's funny. Oh wow, there is a lot of you coming here, which is great for me. Business is gonna boom. This one is also one of my favorite rides. Open it up. Oh good, we have one person queuing up. He's very happy and for some reason I'm very hungry. Dude, you got in the queue for this instead of going to eat? You're insane. You know, I think despite how stupid I designed this, the park is actually looking very, very good. This side over here, it's empty, so I'm gonna put another big roller coaster just to kind of fill in the space. Especially right here where the structural supports of this one are right on top of the rails for the other one. This is especially a very small queue for a very, very big ride. So I'm gonna switch it up. Another queue line done. Currently they can't actually get to it because there's no path, so I gotta build one. Now I'm able to open the ride up. This is probably one of my favorite parks I ever built just because it's so stupid. Holy crap. There's probably half the park waiting right here. Oh, another place to put a fountain. Actually, maybe I'll put down this water tornado just because. Oh, and right here too, except I think I might actually put a fountain. I really like this map. I've somehow accumulated 1,400, almost 1,500 guests. I think I'm gonna put one more coaster down, build its queue line, and I think that'll be a good stopping point for the video. Maybe I'll do a really skinny one here in the back. Oh, you know what? This. It's not really big, but it is one of the roller coasters that are like this one here. So I think that this one is gonna do as good. I don't think it'll do better, but I think it'll do pretty good. Plus it takes up the space that I want. There's a lot of red coasters here. Oh, they can't get on. Sorry guys. Oops. Let me go ahead and just fix that for you. I was like, why is nobody lining up for this? That makes more sense. Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. The final coaster queue line. Probably one of the longest ones in the park as well. Quick top-down view, and oh man, it just looks so funny, but I really like how it turned out. I think that's gonna be it for the video today though, so thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. I am a college student, so I don't really know how consistent my upload schedule will be, but I will try to make more videos. I post pretty frequently on TikTok, so if you want, follow me there. I don't know how long it'll last because, you know, they said they were gonna shut it down, but until they do, I'll keep using it. I'll see you next time. Bye!